Jared from TFL just leaked some massive information regarding a new station update that we can expect in the next few weeks. This will open so many opportunities for Terra Luna Classic. Let's dive into what he leaked and why this is so important. For anyone who is unaware, this is Jared from TFL. He's been providing us a lot of updates when it comes to Station, Terra Luna Classic integration onto Station, and how we can actually work together with Terra Luna Classic and 2.0. Just a few days ago, Jared was on a podcast where he was actually showing off these different updates coming to the new Station application and what we can expect and why they're so important. For this to make sense, let me first show you on the current Station what happens when you go to the swap tab. Now, this first update is regarding the swap features. Okay, if you go to the swap tab on Station on 2.0, you can actually see here's the swap features, swap from this into whichever one you want to swap into. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward. You can enter in your slippage, nothing too amazing, but with the new update, this is going to dramatically change what this actually allows. So let's listen to Jared as he shows us what this update is regarding the swap tab.
About the desire to overtake a lot of different functions. One of these functions is the functions of exchanges. We'll be able to put limit orders in a station really whenever we're done with this design and settle in on something that we like. Also coming shortly are on-ramps and off-ramps. Kato is committed to doing on-ramps and off-ramps for any of the upcoming feather chains that we launch, and working with any other Cosmos chains that are supported in Station. So that's an exciting feature coming.
Okay, Jared just talked about on-ramps and off-ramps that'll be handled by Kato. Now, if you're not familiar with what that is, let me actually show you what Kato's currently website says. And this is where things kind of get really interesting for us right off the bat. So a ramp, so you could buy or sell using a ramp. What this allows you to do is, let's say I want to spend $100 US and I want to buy ETH. Let's say I want to buy some ETH. Then I could buy it on the Ethereum network, and I can select some of these different things. But what's really interesting is this pay with option. This is where it gets really powerful to have this integrated into Station. Pay with, I can select different options. I can pay with my credit card. I can pay with a wire transfer, a bank transfer. I can pay with these different options to actually buy cryptocurrency. This might be familiar if you've used a centralized exchange before, but this is really powerful because if you want to buy a Terra Luna Classic, let's say you're in the US or different countries that have regulation right now, well, what are your options? Well, you can't buy on Coinbase. FTX obviously is not an option anymore. You can't use Binance if you're in the US, at least not for Terra Luna Classic, as it's not currently on Binance US. So you're really limited in your options to buy Terra Luna Classic if you're from US or other countries that have these regulations. If this gets integrated into Station, you'll actually be able to go into Station theoretically here and go in and buy Terra Luna Classic with your credit card or straight from your bank account. And the same happens in the reverse. If you wanted to sell cryptocurrency, receive some US dollars, and then you could go and send it over to your bank account as well. So this is just a really powerful function that's going to make Terra Luna Classic so much more accessible to many potential investors. Okay, let's continue listening to Jared.
A strategy section where you'll be able to do at first just DCAs. Then I'd like to add spot grids and smart rebalances in as well. So a little bit more robust portfolio management coming into this swap and bridge area. Let me just walk you through what we have in limit orders here. So we have the from chain, the from token, and the to chain and the to token. So this could all be the same. You could be doing Terra Luna, but you just want to place a limit order. Or you could say, hey, actually, I want to use my actual USDC on Terra to buy Osmo on Osmosis. That type of limit order will also go through. You can kind of see.
This is awesome. This is like a bridge and like order book all in one. I've not seen anything like this before.
I think it's pretty revolutionary. I'm actually really excited about this.
I don't know if you guys just heard what Jared just said, but this is insanely powerful. So not only can you put a limit order, which is kind of the next generation for cryptocurrency platforms, where instead of just having to do a simple market buy order, you could actually go in and say, hey, I want to buy at this specific price point anytime within the next couple days or whatever the time frame is, and that'll sit until it either gets filled or the time frame runs out. So this is a really powerful feature. But not only does it have that feature, it also sounds like it's integrating a bridge into that. So what he said right there, if you wanted to use a token on one network to then buy another token on another network, you could do that. And so not only are you having a limit order, you can have a limit order with cross-chain functionality, which is massive. I don't think I've ever seen anything like that before, where you could actually go cross-chain, buy on one chain using a cryptocurrency on one chain to then buy a token that's on another chain, integrating the bridge and the swap functionality all in the same thing with the limit order. That's a revolutionary thing. Jared continues to talk about adding some more context to this update, but let's just summarize things for you real quick, nice and concise to the key points. The first one is we can see if we try and do a swap right now with Terra Luna Classic, swaps are not supported for Classic. Please use the TFM web app instead. Jared mentions that they're going to continue using TFM, so they're currently using TFM. They're going to continue using TFM with this brand new swap functionality that they were showing off in their video here. From what Jared said, TFM sounds like they are market aggregators. So essentially what they do is they take the prices on a bunch of different locations, combine them together, find you the best price possible, and then works out doing the buy and sells in the back end with those exchanges based on the different best opportunities for you. And so really we're looking at a few key features for this new station update that could be massive for Terra Luna Classic and the Cosmos ecosystem as a whole. The first one, you're adding on and off ramps for Terra Luna Classic and other cryptocurrencies to Station, which is going to make it super easy for anyone who wants to get involved with Terra Luna Classic or any Cosmos ecosystem chain where they can go in and buy the tokens. Really easy, really straightforward. They don't have to worry about a lot of complications that they have to worry on exchanges or things like that. The second major thing is these limit orders, where you can actually go in and place limit orders instead of just doing a market swap at the time. This will allow people to use a little bit more advanced trading, such as different strategies, which Jared also mentioned they're going to add a tab for, that you'll be able to trade different trading strategies, dollar cost average, a bunch of different things that'll add up a lot of opportunities for Terra Luna Classic holders, whether you want to tell it to, hey, dollar cost average meaning down in price, buy in every X percentage or however it works exactly, or you could add other strategies to the trading thing to have it do that for you as well. And you also have this bridge functionality added into Station that we don't have to go to a third-party bridge to try and transfer your cryptocurrency. I'm really excited for this update to come out in the next couple of weeks because you have other ecosystems, other cryptocurrencies where you maybe have all these different features. You have the bridges, the swaps, the limit orders, all these different functionalities, the on-ramps, off-ramps, all that stuff. But having it all on one platform, having it all on Station for all of the Cosmos at the same time, that's revolutionary. You really don't have other scenarios where you can look at it and go, I want all these different functionalities on one platform. Usually you have to go to a bunch of different platforms. You have to go to a bridge, you have to go to an exchange, you have to go to an on-ramp, off-ramp website, all these different platforms to then use the functionality all together. Whereas this is going to be all integrated into one platform, which is going to be massive for Terra Luna Classic because it's going to simplify things so much. It makes the user experience, the onboarding process so much easier. Because if you're new to cryptocurrency, let's say Terra Luna Classic is one of your first cryptocurrencies you're getting into, it's a lot easier to go through this one platform, go through Station to do all of this instead of having to try and go, hey, what are the 5 different applications I need to use? Okay, for each one of these, what's the best bridge? What's the best exchange? What's the best, most trusted on-ramp, off-ramp? It gets way more complicated when you have to go through all these different services. Putting it all into one is going to make it so much easier for us to grow our community. And so I think this is really opening up a door for a lot of potential for Terra Luna Classic and the wider Cosmos ecosystem, and I'm really excited to see what happens. If you want to learn about some other amazing opportunities for Terra Luna Classic, check out this video right up here, and I will catch you all in the next one.